Hello and welcome to the Dexter Loves Annie podcast. My name is Kat. This is my first one, so be gentle. Dexter and Annie are my dogs. Dexter's tail's getting in the way already. I have Dexter down here with me, keeping me company, and Annie's upstairs because she can't be trusted to be quiet. This is my new podcast where I document all my crafts. I knit, I sew, machine embroidery, crochet, spinning, weaving. In fact, it's probably easier to list the things that I don't do. I do tatting as well, occasionally. So I thought it'd be nice to start a podcast, especially as Tour de Fleece is coming up. I'm currently in the middle of the Crazy Sock Ladies sock knitting, knit along, we're calling it summer sock camp, I think. Anyway, so yes, I'm in the middle of that, and then we're starting Tour de Fleece tomorrow, and yeah, I'm going to be very, very busy. So I thought we'd document it, and maybe do some spinning on the channel as well. Got lots and lots of fibre ready to spin. Lots of fibre. I'm actually quite glad for Tour de Fleece because it's going to help me get rid of my stash. I am fueled with my coffee. Oh, that's back to front. This says Auntie Corn. I'm going to be an auntie soon. So yes, obviously there are some acquisitions for baby things happening, and I don't think my sister will watch this, so I'm cool with showing that. Yeah, so I will pause for coffee drinking. Okay, so first off, works in progress. This is my first one, so there are a few. Let's start with the sock. So I make my own project bags. This is my little sock project bag. I got the pattern from YouTube channel, so I will try and link that below. Try and find that and link that below. So here we go. This is my current work in progress sock, one of them. This is, if I stretch it out for you a bit so you can see the pattern a bit better, this is the Rhinebeck roomies pattern by Crazy Sock Lady herself. The light's not very good in here, I'll have to sort that out. I am knitting on Chowgo 9-inch circulars. This wool is Malabrigio, and the colourway is Mask. Back to front again, sorry. I need to see what I'm pointing at. When I get better, I'm sure I'll turn the camera around. And I am using 2mm needles. As you can see, I'm currently just finishing off the toe. So I've done a heel flap and gusset. I think I only did, how many did I do for the, probably about 30 for the leg, and then that's the foot. This one's for me. I like it. I like the yarn. I'm not sure it suits this pattern. It's sort of like a very, how would you say it, tutu rib, but just with a little twiddle in the middle. It's fine. It's experience of patterning and whatnot, and I want to get better at socks. So that's my first whip. My second whip, which wouldn't actually be a whip had I not run out of yarn. So this sock is to be for my husband. This I am knitting on Magic Loop, and is the yarn in it? It is. This was an old ball of yarn, and it's Drops Fable, and the colour is 918. Nowhere on this band does it give you the weight of this yarn, and so I discovered as I got just past the heel turn, it's only 50 grams, and it's quite an old ball. So I managed to track down another ball of yarn, and it's on its way. So that will be finished. That'll be finished quickly when the yarn comes. Oh dear. Next, another little bag of mine. This is a slightly larger one. This is the bag that you actually get. The pattern is actually for the size, and then I adapted it to make the smaller ones. Now, this is yarn that I have hand dyed myself. Let's hold it up for you. So it has a lace design down here, and it's like a little t-shirt jumper. T-shirt jumper, is that a thing? I don't know. And it's done in 4-ply. This is a skein of the yarn that I dyed. I dyed 4. It should only take 3, maybe just under 3. I'm going to do it slightly longer because I like things. I don't like midriff jumpers. These are being done on 3.25mm circular needles, and if I was to do the pattern, I think that's the length that I would stop out and start doing the armholes. I'm going to add another 4 inches to that, and that's just nice mindless stockinette stitch at the moment, which is quite nice to do. Doesn't want to go back in the bag. Dexter, quiet. And I'll get the pattern for that. So that was the Shoreline tee by Hannah Woodhead, who is Yarnia Designs. And actually, I think I can show you the front of the pattern. See, that's how it will make up when it's done. She's on Ravelry, and it's a really lovely pattern actually. And I keep all my patterns in a little folder in plastic envelopes because I like paper, and paper doesn't turn itself off, the iPad does. Okay, so next, this is for me. Actually, most of it's for me. It's all for me. This, I have started a shawl, another bag by me. Do you want to see the bag? There you go. My chicken bag. This is a shawl, and it's done on Aran yarn. Let's turn it around the right way for you. So there's some cabling and some lace work. This is some lace work here, and I thought it'd be cool to do it in a denim. I've got quite a lot to do on this yet, but it's summer. So I've got time. These are being done on 6mm needles, which I have to say, after the sock needles feel like broomsticks. It's great. And that is being done on Women's Institute Soft and Smooth Aran, which I got at Hobbycraft. I'm in the UK, in case, no, I haven't said that, in case it's not obvious, I'm from the UK. And that pattern, called Cozy Winter by Melanie Mielinger. Let's not try and lift the whole thing up. There you go. Cozy Winter. And that's what it will look like eventually. I've also bought some grey yarn to do a grey one also. Okay, next I adapted this pattern again to make a massive one, and I also put a plastic front on it. I'm not going to show it in its entirety because the pattern's sitting in there, so I don't want to give the pattern away. This one is for my husband, I know. So this is all hand spun yarn, And this is actually the second attempt at this jumper, because I had it practically finished and then realised it didn't really fit him. So I've had to start again. I think I had the body and one sleeve done, and I'm starting again. But I've got time. So this is my own hand spun yarn in a DK weight, and I've put a stripe across here. It's top down. I love top down. Love working top down. So much easier. And these are 4mm needles, and I've got some handy little, I got these at Hobbycraft. These I got on Etsy, I'm not sure. I'll find the seller and pop her down below. A little ducky. Stitch markers, very cute. So yeah, really glad to be redoing that again. This is the yarn I spun. So it's a brown, there's a brown mocha, sienna, there's in merino, there is some rose fibre, and I also mixed in some soy, is it soybean? It's a big old mixture, but it's spun to a DK weight, and it's really soft, it's lovely. And that pattern is, find the page, it's called Puntal, also on Ravelry, and it's a male and female pattern. And, yeah, should be perfect. I think I'm going to have to spin a little bit more though. I don't think I've done quite enough yarn. I never got far enough down it to be able to say definitively whether I needed more yarn or not, but I have some spare fibre, and the Tour de Fleece is coming, so I am going to be spinning quite a lot. So there we are. So those are my works in progress. Not too many, I don't think. And I am actually halfway through a pair of socks, which I'll show you in the finished objects, but one of them, there is another one to come. So, finished objects, they're all socks. And I have handmade these sock blockers with wooden metal coat hangers. And they're pretty easy actually. Most of it I did by hand, and then I grabbed a pair of pliers to do the very last bit. And if you're interested in knowing how to do that, let me know and I'll do a tutorial. It's easy enough. When I look them up on Etsy or whatever, a pair of these cost something like £30, and I paid £10 for a pack of 20 metal coat hangers. So, like that. Okay, so first pair. This is hand spun yarn. This is the hand spun yarn itself. It is a mix of Corridel, which is the green, bio nylon, which is kind of a greyish colour, and bamboo, which is the black. And then I put some Firestar in for a bit of sparkle, because as you will discover, I like sparkle. So here are the socks. There they are. Some people call them shorty socks. In the UK we tend to call them ankle socks or trainer socks. Trainers are sneakers. The usual crazy sock lady, vanilla patterning really. I think that was 8 for the rib, 10 for this part here, the leg, and then slip stitch heel, heel turn, gusset, and then down to the foot, and then just a decrease toe. And these are for me, as are most things. I'm trying to get the right light. You get the gist. All of these will be on my Instagram also called in Dexter Loves Annie. So if there's anything you want to look at more closely, Instagram, until I get my lighting sorted out. Whip 2. This is a hand dyed yarn, so it was a bought in commercial blank yarn. It is a sock fingering weight, and it has stellina in it, which is these, might not be able to see, gold sparkles in the yarn. Shorties again, I think 15 rows here. That looks like 15 or 20 here. Slip stitch heel turn, gusset, and a decreased toe. So there's those. This I dyed it with, it had a red yarn, a red dye. Was it cherry red? I think it was a cherry red jacquard dye, and also I have a charcoal. So it sort of has varying degrees of the charcoal dye through the red. I was hoping for a deeper red because they were going to be for my husband, but it came out too pinky, so that's fine. It's fine, they can be for me, that's absolutely fine. Okay, next pair. Quick sip of coffee there. Okay, really next pair this time. I've just finished these. Absolutely love these. These are for my husband, but they're for his birthday, and he's just up there, so as per usual, I've done a 2x2 rib here, and 40 slip stitch heel turn, gusset, man foot, usual toe. His birthday's not till August, so if I can't wait, I'll have to make him another pair. He just came out of his room. He's gone back. Okay, this beautiful yarn. So this is British yarn, and I've brought this out to show you. This is what I've got left. Loads. So I got this at Hobbycraft. Fairly inexpensive. I think it was £7.50 for the ball, 100-gram ball. And this is Signature 4-ply, West Yorkshire spinners. Reared, sheared and spun in Britain. It's beautiful. 75% wool, 25% nylon. Contains 35% blue face Leicester, which is a really lovely soft wool. And the colourway is, I think 851 is the colourway, but it's called Peacock. And a lot of them are named after British birds. You've got peacock, you've got mallard, you've got blue tit, and that's what these make up. You can also get self-striping colours that don't do these sort of variegated bits in the middle. I think I matched the two up fairly well. I think one's slightly further on than the other. This was the second one, so went into the green a bit early there, but close enough. It's the first time I've ever bothered to try. So yes, those, and I've got probably enough for another pair of socks with different cuffs and toes, or a pair of shorty socks, I think. Next, it's sort of a finished object, but it's also a whip. So what do we call that? So this wasn't a Crazy Sock Lady pattern. This pattern was written by the same lady that wrote the pattern for that t-shirt. This is obviously socks, not a Crazy Sock Lady design. It's made by Yarnia, written by Yarnia Designs. I'll show you the pattern there across the top. Yarnia Designs Mermaid Tail is the pattern. Really beautiful yarn. This is another Malabrigio. Can't pronounce it. Something beginning with Z. I'll list it below. So I've done one. I did a shorter leg because I really don't need the socks halfway up my legs. And there's some sort of pattern on the back, light pattern on the back of the leg. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I must stop that. So this is the pattern. Mermaid Tail Socks by Yarnia Designs. Don't think this yarn suits the patterning as well as it could. It might have been a mistake, but honestly it took so long. I started it, frogged it, started it, frogged it so many times, and actually I ended up doing the actual mechanics of the sock, the heel and the back, using the heel and the toe that the Crazy Sock Lady patterns do, basic vanilla, because I don't know what was going on with that sock, but it didn't look right. So yeah, I think I frogged it and redid it several times and then decided just to go with what I know. So yeah, I've actually got to work up the mojo to start the other sock on that, because I didn't have fun with that one. Maybe with a lighter yarn next time. Maybe I should do it with the red actually, because I've got plenty of that red left. Maybe I'll do that. So last whip slash half of a whip finished object is that. This is the finished sock of the pair where I ran out of yarn. That should hopefully, the rest of the yarn should hopefully be here this week. It was posted about 3 or 4 days ago, probably second class, which is why it's not here. So, and sometimes that can take a week. So hopefully soon. 2x2 rib, and it's just got a very gentle kind of gradient pattern to it. Slip stitch heel, heel turn, gusset, and the usual sort of decreased toe. Also for my husband, did I say that? Also for my husband. So maybe I can hide one pair for August and give him some others. This is how I count my rows, by the way. This is Crazy Sock Lady suggested it, and I like this idea very much because I have had multiple stitch counters and I have a tiny dog that likes to destroy things and can get into bags if you leave the tiniest part of the zip open. So I can't tell you how many zip row counters I've lost to a destructive little dog. So this works much better for me. Just put a stitch marker in every 10-20 rows, and then these little ones on the end are to tell me that actually 2, 4, so I've gone 10, 20, 30, 40, I've gone 44 rows here. Easy squeezy, I can live with that. And then they go back in the box. All of my project bags have a little ring inside. Pull it out. So in this project bag I have a ring that's on a piece of ribbon. This is my little notions pouch, and in here I have a pair of collapsible scissors and a tape measure. This is also a free pattern on the internet, and a little progress keeper that I made myself. So on that ring I will always put a load of bulb stitch markers and a needle for sewing up. So you can use those bulb stitch markers to attach a needle to that ring. Great. Okay, so that is the finished objects. Shopping time. What have we bought shopping? Well, it will be of no surprise to you that I got the grey in that Aran. Oh, by the way, still back to front, but you know what I mean. Women's Institute Aran yarn in a grey colour, light grey this is, 400 gram ball. I bought 2 of these because I want to do one scarf and I want to make a baby blanket for niece or nephew, and I need to find the pattern in my book. Here he is. So this is called the Elephant Patch Blanket. My sister is doing the nursery out with an elephant theme, and I'm going to try not to give too much of the pattern away. That's what it looks like. So that will be my next cast on. So one ball will be for that, and the other ball will be for a scarf. It might even be a matching scarf for her. Who knows? I might get generous. I am doing everybody's socks for Christmas. And with that, quite a lot of sock yarn, because it is summer sock camp. So, now this is the same yarn where I've run out on that green pair. And the striped ones, I've bought 2 of each. And the plan is to do different heels and toes on these. That's all of them. So this is the sock yarn. They're 50 gram balls. It's Drops Fable. I think it's a fairly old brand now. This one is colour 910. This one is colour 161. This colourway, this will be for my brother-in-law because he likes he's doing a lot of fishing and he likes the sort of camo. He loves colours, but he loves camo as well. So 542, this one, and this last one, I think this one will be for my sister. She loves sort of deep pinks and navies together. And that is colour 901. And I have this green, which will go with that one if I want it to, and it would go with that one if I wanted it to. Oh, that colourway is 112. There's no names, it's a shame. I like it when they give colours funky names. This one, which could also go with that one, and could also go with that one. That colourway is 111. Could probably go with that as well, couldn't it? So we'll be doing some mixing and matching, and then I got a blue because blue is a nice logical colour to mix with things. And this is colour 107. I put it with that. Definitely going to put it with that one. Possibly with that one. And maybe with that one. It's too samey really for me. Might not have enough impact. But there you go. So that is the yarn acquisitions. Time for another gulp of coffee. Hold on, it's better. Need to be caffeinated. So now we're going to get into some of the fibre that I have ready for Tour de Fleece. I have blended some that I especially wanted to show you. So I recently bought a load of bio nylon from World of Wool here in the UK, and it's a strange fibre to spin. It's very grabby. The length of the fibres is quite long. Definitely wouldn't try and drum card it because I think you'd end up having to cut the bat off. So I did treat myself to a carder, a flat carder, whatever they're called. And I have made myself some roll ags. little furry creature, so sweet. With it, and this is just over 100 grams of, let me read the label to you. So there's some sea cell in here, which is seaweed fibres, bio-nylon and bamboo, and there's 213 grams of it. Because I never really see the point of only getting 100 grams of something if you don't know what you're making with it. I can't make all the socks in the world. I can make all the socks in the world, but I don't want to. I want to be able to make other things. And so this would be a fully vegan, non-animal product yarn. The actual bio-ness of the nylon is I'm still yet to discover, but you know, wanted to try it, why not? New things. I should say at this point I'm a fairly new spinner. I bought my wheel in August during lockdown because I needed something to do. I was going stir crazy. And I had been drop spindling for maybe 6 months. So I kind of knew what I was doing, but spinning wheel is a whole new animal. Really enjoying it. I'm getting consistent now. And now we're getting a bit crazy with Tour de Fleece, which I only just heard about and kind of went a bit crazy. So my next vegan plant fibre one. Yes, pretty, isn't it? So here's one of the little roll eggs. And in here we have bio-nylon, bamboo, Firestar, which is actually I think it is a plastic, so that's not completely bio perfect, but it's pretty and it sparkles. So Firestar and nettle fibres. Who knew you could get fibres out of all these things? Amazing. 209 grams. And yeah, it's been a struggle not to just fire up the wheel and start spinning that. I think this one's going to be my first one on the wheel, I think, probably. I have purchased a lot more, or over the, I haven't purchased it all for Tour de Fleece, but this is going to be an excellent way to bust through my stash. This next one, I had already bought some and spun some. It's a limited edition fibre from my local yarn shop. My local yarn shop is called Freya Jones. That's her name, who owns it, and her shop name. And this is 100% merino, and it's called Bird of Paradise. And I decided in the end, because the I don't know where the yarn is now. I'll find the yarn for the next podcast, but it's so beautiful. It would actually be quite nice to make up that Shoreline tee in it. And I didn't have enough, and I got down there. Luckily, she still had some, because once this is gone, it's gone. I suspect it's already gone now, because in my part of the world, there's been art weeks going on. And people will be in buying. This is an old stash. Sorry about the bag. I had to keep everything in bags. We do get a lot of little clothes moths here. Everything has to be safe from clothes moths, but hey, isn't that gorgeous? This is... It's called Unicorn 2.0. It's from World of Wool. I think it's 100% merino, but I think it's the finer merino. I haven't really got my head around microns. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to spinning that. And then I read somewhere, and it's really difficult on all of, because Ravelry or it's an old forum format, and I'm used to social media now, so the forum format is a bit clunky to me now. And I've read somewhere, but I can't find it again, there's something to do with yellow, something to do with the Pacers Peloton, I don't know. So I thought it would be fun anyway to get some yellow yarn. It's actually a deeper yellow than that is coming up than you can see on the camera here. It's kind of a deep gold. There's gold Angelina, I'm guessing, in there. I look forward to spinning this up when I work out what day I'm supposed to be doing that on. And there is many more fibres. I'm just going to show you the one more, otherwise I'll be here all day. But this is gorgeous. I hope it comes out on the camera. This is called Fireball by Maury. But it's full of neps and texture, reds and yellows, and some grey in there. Beautiful. So that's sort of semi-yellow. Maybe I could put them together, I don't know. So, yes, that's World of Wool again. I am actually spinning for the World of Wool team, toward a fleece team, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping maybe I can do some live spinning on here when I get the technology sorted out. I will get there, I promise I'll get there. I'll probably do better lighting as well, but there was a glare off the picture. We'll get there. Hopefully the sound's okay. Actually, I haven't even thought about the sound. Okay, well, for my first one, you'll forgive me, right? Okay, so I think that's it. I think I've rambled on enough. So thank you if you have checked in and watched me. If you've got to the end, double thank you. If you've managed to put up through all my rambling, thank you. And any questions, let me know. I'll try and get all of the details put in the notes underneath. And yeah, we'll be back next time. Thank you. Bye.